The pancreas is a vital organ that helps digest food and controls blood sugar levels. But did you know some foods can harm your pancreas and make it harder for it to function? Let's take a look at the 10 most dangerous foods that are like poison for your pancreas, and why you should think twice before indulging in them. Kicking off our list at number 10 are energy drinks. These sugar and caffeine-packed beverages may give you a quick boost, but they leave your pancreas working overtime. A typical 16-ounce energy drink can contain up to 63 grams of added sugars, which is a whopping 126% of the daily recommended value. This excessive sugar content forces your pancreas to produce large amounts of insulin to manage the sudden spike in blood sugar levels. Moreover, the high caffeine content in these drinks can overstimulate your system. For instance, some energy drinks contain up to 200 milligrams of caffeine per 16-ounce can, which is comparable to more than 2 cups of coffee. This overstimulation can lead to increased heart rate and blood pressure, adding further stress to your pancreas. But energy drinks aren't the only culprit hiding in your fridge. Let's move on to another sneaky danger. Next on our countdown at number 9 are candy and sweets. Sure, they're tempting, but candies and desserts are a disaster for your pancreas. These sugary treats are loaded with refined sugars that cause blood sugar spikes, forcing your pancreas to pump out insulin at high rates. Over time, this constant demand can lead to pancreatic exhaustion, reducing its efficiency and increasing your risk of diabetes. A study published in the journal Diabetes Care found that high sugar consumption is directly linked to insulin resistance, one of the biggest risk factors for type 2 diabetes. For example, a single candy bar can contain up to 30 grams of sugar, more than the daily recommended amount for women, which is 25 grams, and close to the limit for men, 36 grams, as advised by the American Heart Association. Excess sugar can also trigger chronic inflammation in your body, which puts additional stress on your pancreas and increases the risk of developing conditions like pancreatitis. Next on our list is something many people assume is a healthier alternative, but it could be just as harmful. At number 8 on our countdown are artificial sweeteners. Many people turn to artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin as a calorie-free alternative to sugar, believing they're making a healthier choice. However, emerging research suggests that these substitutes might not be as harmless as they seem. A study published in Nature found that artificial sweeteners can disrupt the gut microbiome, the community of beneficial bacteria in our intestines. This disruption can lead to glucose intolerance, a condition where the body struggles to manage blood sugar levels effectively, potentially increasing the risk of developing diabetes. Dr. Michael Greger, a well-known physician and nutrition expert, cautions against relying on these chemical substitutes. He points out that while they may reduce calorie intake, their impact on gut health and metabolism could negate potential benefits. It's important to note that research in this area is still ongoing, and more studies are needed to fully understand the long-term effects of artificial sweeteners on our health. In the meantime, it might be wise to limit their use and opt for natural sweeteners like honey or maple syrup in moderation. Moving on, let's talk about something more familiar and often found on breakfast plates. At number 7 on our countdown are processed meats. Hot dogs, bacon, and sausages might be tasty, but they're loaded with saturated fats, sodium, and preservatives. These components can trigger inflammation in your pancreas and increase your risk of developing pancreatitis. The World Cancer Research Fund has highlighted that processed meat consumption may increase the risk of pancreatic cancer. A meta-analysis published in the British Journal of Cancer found that an increase of 50 grams per day in processed meat consumption was associated with a 19% increased risk of pancreatic cancer. Moreover, the high levels of sodium in processed meats can lead to elevated blood pressure, adding further strain on your cardiovascular system and indirectly affecting pancreatic health. But as bad as processed meats are, there's another food group that might surprise you. At number 6, we have high-fat dairy products. Cheese, butter, and heavy cream may be staples in many diets, but they're packed with saturated fats, which are notoriously hard for your body to digest. These fats can place extra strain on your pancreas as it works overtime to produce the enzymes needed to break them down. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that diets high in saturated fats are linked to chronic inflammation, which can increase the risk of both pancreatitis and other inflammatory conditions. Over time, this inflammation weakens the pancreas and compromises its ability to function efficiently. While occasional indulgence may not cause immediate harm, frequent consumption of high-fat dairy can be a slow and steady contributor to pancreatic stress. Speaking of fats, let's talk about one that's even worse, one of the most harmful culprits on our list. At number 5, we have trans fats. Trans fats are the true villains when it comes to pancreatic health. Found in margarine, packaged snacks, frozen baked goods, and many fried foods, trans fats not only increase inflammation throughout your body, but also damage your pancreas over time. These harmful fats interfere with normal pancreatic function and elevate the risk of chronic inflammation, which can lead to conditions like pancreatitis. Experts at the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health have made it clear: there is no safe level of trans fat consumption. Even small amounts can contribute to systemic inflammation and disrupt metabolic processes, putting unnecessary strain on your pancreas. Food labels can be tricky too. Even if a product claims to have 0 grams of trans fat, it may still contain small amounts if it includes partially hydrogenated oils in the ingredients list. So be vigilant when shopping to avoid these hidden dangers. The next item on the list is something we've all indulged in, and it's hiding in plain sight. At number 4, we have sugary beverages. Soft drinks, sweetened teas, and even fruit juices with added sugar may taste refreshing, but they're a major threat to your pancreas. These beverages are packed with added sugars that cause rapid spikes in blood sugar levels, forcing your pancreas to work overtime to produce insulin. Over time, this excessive strain can lead to insulin resistance and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. A report published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism revealed that people who consume sugary drinks daily are significantly more likely to develop insulin resistance. For example, a single can of soda can contain up to 40 grams of sugar, equivalent to 10 teaspoons. That's already well above the American Heart Association's recommended daily limit of 25 grams for women and 36 grams for men. Sugary beverages don't just harm your pancreas, they're also linked to obesity, which is another risk factor for pancreatic disease. Worse, because they're easy to overconsume, their impact can add up quickly without you even realizing it. And while drinks are easy to overconsume, there's another type of food that can sneakily sabotage your health. Let's explore that next. At number 3, we have refined carbs. White bread, white rice, pastries, and other refined carbs might seem harmless, but they're far from innocent when it comes to your pancreas. These foods are stripped of fiber during processing, making them easy for your body to break down into sugar. This causes rapid spikes in blood sugar levels, which forces your pancreas to work overtime to produce insulin. Over time, this constant strain can weaken the pancreas and increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. A study published in The Lancet highlights how diets high in refined carbs are directly linked to poor metabolic health, including higher risks of obesity, insulin resistance, and chronic inflammation. These conditions don't just affect the pancreas, they also have widespread effects on overall health. For instance, a single serving of white rice can have a glycemic index almost as high as table sugar, causing a sharp and sudden blood sugar surge. Without enough fiber to slow digestion, the burden falls squarely on your pancreas to manage these spikes. Now let's dive into one of the biggest contributors to pancreatic issues worldwide. It's a common indulgence that many underestimate. At number 2, we have alcohol. Excessive alcohol consumption is one of the leading causes of pancreatitis, a painful and potentially life-threatening inflammation of the pancreas. Alcohol disrupts the digestive enzymes produced by the pancreas, causing them to activate while still inside the organ. This can lead to self-digestion, where the pancreas essentially starts breaking itself down, resulting in severe damage. According to the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, NIAAA, even regular moderate drinking can harm your pancreas, especially if combined with other unhealthy habits like smoking or a high-fat diet. Chronic alcohol use can lead to chronic pancreatitis, a condition where the pancreas becomes permanently scarred and loses its ability to function properly. The problem isn't limited to heavy drinkers. Studies show that repeated binge drinking or consistent moderate consumption can still contribute to pancreatic inflammation over time. While your liver metabolizes alcohol, the pancreas bears some of the stress, which increases its risk of damage. And now, the food that tops our list, the absolute worst thing for your pancreas. This one is a favorite indulgence for many, but comes with serious consequences. At number 1 we have fried foods. French fries, fried chicken, onion rings, and similar deep-fried delights. While undeniably delicious, these foods are loaded with unhealthy fats, particularly trans fats and saturated fats, which are extremely taxing for your pancreas to process. Consuming fried foods in large quantities can overwhelm your digestive system, triggering the pancreas to work overtime to release enzymes needed to break down the fat. In some cases, a single high-fat meal can lead to acute pancreatitis, a painful condition where the pancreas becomes inflamed. Over time, repeated stress from fried foods can result in chronic damage, increasing your risk of conditions like type 2 diabetes and even pancreatic cancer. The Journal of Gastroenterology highlights that diets high in fried and fatty foods significantly increase the risk of pancreatic inflammation and other gastrointestinal issues. The combination of unhealthy fats and high calorie content makes fried foods a dangerous choice for long-term health. To protect your pancreas, consider switching to healthier cooking methods like baking, grilling, or steaming, and focus on incorporating whole foods into your diet. And there you have it, the 10 most dangerous foods for your pancreas. By avoiding these foods, or at least limiting their intake, you can give your pancreas a much-needed break and protect its essential role in your overall health. Taking care of your pancreas doesn't have to be overwhelming. Small, manageable changes to your diet can make a big difference. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you never miss out on more health tips and valuable information. Share this video with your friends and family to spread the word about the importance of pancreatic health. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What foods on this list surprised you the most? Are there any tips or swaps you've made to eat healthier and support your pancreas? Let us know in the comments below. We also appreciate your support. Check out our merchandise store to grab some amazing products while supporting the channel. And if you'd like to go the extra mile, feel free to leave a super thanks to help us keep creating helpful content just for you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care of your health and take care of your pancreas.